Hi, everyone. I'm going to get this party started. My name is Marlies Ledbetter. I am a presidential founder here with Green Compass, and I'm going to walk you through how to get started with Green Compass. One thing that I would like for you to have with you today is your Core Success Guide. The Core Success Guide is all of the information that you need to get started. If you haven't opened it up and actually read it and read all of the materials that we have here, like the Route 6 magazine that you would have received in your kit, as well as the Rooted in Nature guide. And the Rooted in Nature guide, if you guys didn't know, already answers a lot of questions like what is CBD? It talks about the difference between full spectrum. It talks about what you need to look for in a quality oil, as well as what is CBD good for. So all of these things have already been given to you. If you haven't dove into these, they're fantastic. So again, your Core Success Guide would have been in your kit. Your Rooted in Nature brochures with all of the products, but also lots of information, and a copy of the Route 6 magazine that tells all about the company and so much more. Such a fantastic group of tools for you to use for yourself as educational, as well as tools for your clients and for your future advocates. Okay, so we are so excited to have you on this team. I joined in the end of August in 2019, and I never looked back. This has been such a great opportunity for me and my family. It is our only source of income, and so for that, I'm grateful, especially with everything that's going on right now. So to kind of parlay that, whether you have joined for an extra stream of income to replace an income, maybe to supplement, to have some extra spending money, to have some bill money, maybe to pay for your child's tuition, maybe it's money that you need for you to retire your husband or partner or wife. And for me, it was walking away from corporate America. I knew that I wanted to be on my own and build my own brand. And this company has helped me do that. So whether you're just looking for a couple $100 or $10,000, it is absolutely 100% doable with Green Compass. One thing I do want to say is that getting started can absolutely be very overwhelming. Some people are afraid to just open the tools that we give them and we send them. But one thing I want to tell you is it is very simple. It may seem complicated, but it's not. It is all about building relationships, caring about other people's health, and sharing the opportunity of Green Compass. It is so easy to say, you love our product. Why don't you think about becoming an advocate and think of all the people we can talk to together? But I will say this, even though it is simple in the tools and steps to be successful, it is still hard work. This is still a business. And if you treat it like a business, it will absolutely reward you as a business. And just as any company that is a sales dominated field, which obviously CBD, we're selling a product, this will absolutely have up and downs. Being in a sales function or being in a recruiting function, you're going to have really awesome months, and then you're going to have months that aren't so great. And that is very, very normal. It is a trend that happens in the sales cycle, and we see it both monthly and cyclical. So, but it is so much fun that when you start getting going, you're going to learn that getting no's are even more fun, because it is going to make you successful to keep pushing and driving your business. So let's start with one thing. Why? Why did you join this business? What was it that that sold you on Green Compass? Was it the products? Was it the person that sold it to you? Was it the business opportunity? Was it the possibility of figuring out yourself again? For figuring out the potential that you have to be a business entrepreneur, to do anything really, right? Meet new friends, have a room full of people that care about you. You know, there's nothing else in the world like direct sales, because we are all wanting each other to succeed. But let's start with your why. So why did you join? For me, I wanted to walk away from corporate America. I wanted to live a life of freedom. I wanted to be enlightened. I wanted to travel. I wanted to be the best human being I possibly could, and being tied down to a desk, you just can't do that. And so that was my why. That's like really my ultimate why. But in this book that you have, your Getting Started Core Success Guide, there is a page here called Your Why. You need to write down your why. We will change our whys every year, every 5 years, every 10 years, we'll change our why. Maybe even every month you'll change your why. But it's really, really important for you to write it down, because then it becomes real. It becomes real to you, both physically and mentally, just writing it with your hand. And so open this book, and it walks you through how to formulate your why. Think about your dreams. What if skill and money were no object and you could write your own story? What would it look like? Right? What would a day in the life of Marlies be like in 5 years? What could, if skill and money had no object? I mean, I know what it would look like. I can tell you by the moment, by the minute, what will happen in my life in 5 years if skill and money were no object. I know the life that I want. And I know how much I want to earn every month. I know that my greatest strengths will contribute to my success if I keep honing them in. And I wrote it all down in this booklet. So circle back to your why every time you hit a bump in the road, because for me, I have it written down on in a paragraph form that I have right here on my desk, and I also have it in my bedroom, and I have it on my phone. And whenever I feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, I'm so frustrated, I keep getting told no, my customer's not happy, this person just joined and doesn't want to do it, like I'm so frustrated, I'm so beat down. But then I go look at my why and I'm like, you know what? There's another person that needs my help. There's another person that needs this business opportunity. There's another person that's looking for guidance that I can give them. And so that's what you really need to think about, is writing that why down and going back to it is sometimes even more powerful than writing it in the first place. And it's what keeps you going. So if you bought the Green Compass Core Kit, which you probably did because it's such a great investment, huge discount, and you get lots of products, you will see here that Green Compass was nice enough to offer the kit for free, not this kit, but the basic kit in the month of March. So we had a lot of new people start. But as you can see here, the core kit is $299 with over $600 worth of products. As you can see here, we've got the 2 isolates, 500 milligram and 500 citrus. And those both have no THC. Then we have the full spectrum, which do have THC. And again, if you need explanation on that, look in your Rooted in Nature guide. It is the brochure guide and it tells you the difference. But again, a 750 and a 1000 full spectrum in fresh mint, which tastes like peppermint. It just has peppermint in it. Peppermint, MCT oil, and CBD. Then you received a Soothe Cream. Oops. The Soothe Cream is like the everything cream. Hold on, I got out of focus. The Soothe Cream is, I call it my Neosporin, or the everything cream. It works for discomfort, burns, bug bites, rashes, stretch marks, like everything. And if you want to bump it up a notch, what I like to do is add some drops of the full spectrum 1000 here, add some drops to the Soothe, and then that peppermint helps that cooling effect, kind of like our reduced cream. That's a little trick that I like to tell people. And then of course the 250 milligram natural pet tincture, and this is also in 500 milligram bacon, but this is what you get in your kit. And then of course you get one of the handy dandy, my favorite things in the world, bath bombs, and you'll get either a set of Refresh, a set of Rest, or a set of Relax. If you have some sort of an allergy to one of these soaks and you're buying it for yourself, make sure to contact customer service and make sure that that bath bomb is not included in your kit, and they can probably take special notice. But you will have to call in and speak to a representative before your kit is shipped out, preferably before you even purchase it, so they can be expecting that. And I like to just tell people that because I have had some people that are allergic to lavender or sensitive to lavender, or conversely also to peppermint. So those are things that come in this beautiful, beautiful box. And it, I'll show you guys the box. If you haven't actually opened it, it's so pretty. It looks like this, the green compass box, and it has this magnet, and that is where you can carry all your stuff. So if you're going somewhere to show people the product or the business, you can put all your stuff in that. I love it. It's such a great tool. So that is the upgrade. Again, over $600 worth of products. You get a bunch of marketing material, and also you have 2 months. If you do the full $300 kit, not the upgrade, but the full 300, it is including 2 months of your tech fees. If you just do the upgrade, it does not. So make sure you know that. Also, get started before you even get the kit. Tell your friends about what you're doing and if they need any CBD, because guess what? You can sell all these products before you even get them into the mail. And tell your friends, hey, can you send me a Venmo or a PayPal? And I'll make sure to set these aside with your name on it. And so when my kit comes in next week, I will bring it to you, or I'll ship it to you, or whatever they need. Because remember, that's a over 50% markdown. And so that is your opportunity to really kick things off and make a bunch of money up front to then either reinvest into your business or just pay for your kit or get yourself something nice. You do not need a testimony to get started. There are tens of thousands of testimonies within Green Compass that you have access to. Just ask your upline, ask the person that sponsored you, or ask a leader or presidential founder that is within Green Compass to help you formulate testimonials to help you sell to the customers that may specifically have a question about that specific ailment. And that is your way to kind of kick things off. You don't need to have a personal experience or personally work with someone. You can say, my leader or someone in our company, and here is some information. We are always willing to help anyone within any part of the organization succeed because we're family and that's what we do. Social media, if you're on social media, which I think most of you are, make sure you're posting about Green Compass. Listen, people are not going to know that you sell CBD if you don't tell them. They can't just magically figure that out. So if you don't post about it, or you don't send messages or call people or email people, they're not going to know. And social media is your best way to access hundreds, if not thousands of people all at once, right? Because they're your friends. They're going to see your posts. And so if you tell them about why you joined Green Compass, maybe it helps someone else or you, tell your story, because I promise you that is going to kick things off in the right way. And they're going to know, you know what? Maybe I didn't contact the person that posted that post, but if they do come up and figure out that they need CBD 2 months down the road, they might be like, huh, I remember that Marlies girl, she posts about CBD a lot on her page. I'm going to call her. And guess what? In a year or two, and you continue that motion of posting and being engaged and letting people know what you do, they're going to remember, and you're going to have a huge opportunity for a following and for customers and things like that. So think of it long-term, not just short-term. You might not get a like or a comment on your first couple posts. There are always ways to do it, and we have lots of training for that as well. But social media is not the end-all be-all, because your core guide will also help you jog your memory and write down names so that you can email and call them. I want you to really think about who in your life needs this. And there's a jogger in here that can remind you of like your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your chiropractor, your doctor, your mail guy. Like some of us intimately know our UPS guys. I do. I give him CBD actually. So you never know what opportunities you have until you write their names down. Just write them down. You don't have to actually do the work, but having the name down makes it more apparent to you. It makes it real. If you just have it in your head, it's not going to be real. Write it down. It just really works. Lists work. I've been in sales for 15 years. I've been very, very successful in sales. Lists are everything. The other thing is that when you log into your account, and if you haven't figured out how to get into your back office, make sure you talk to the person who enrolled you and they can walk you through it. And if they can't, their leader can as well. But it's really, really good to dive in and figure out how to get all of the resources in the back office. We have so many tools. We have over 20 videos of training. We have 10 or 15, very professionally produced videos on how to use products, what our products are, about our company, about our farms. It's fantastic. And there are product guides in there. There are all of our certificates of analysis of all of our products and so much more. Compensation guides, do's and don'ts, how to approach a client. I mean, we're talking about everything is back there. So if you're not sure where to find it, make sure you do schedule a one-on-one to play around in the back office. But more than anything, just dive in, click the resources tab and go to town. Open all the documents, save them on your computer, open them on your phone, create a Dropbox and throw all the documents in there. Whatever you need to do to keep organized, but there is so much out there. So don't ever say that we don't have stuff for you, because it's there, I promise. We have answers to almost everything. Okay, so under that resources tab, you're going to find the core training. Now, core stands for connect, offer, respond, and enroll. And all of those are right here in the Core Success Guide. But I'm going to show you a little bit about what the Core Success Guide looks like. So let me grab that really quick. Where did it go? Here it is. All right, let's look at the Core Success Guide. So this is what the front page looks like. And of course, here are all the products that you got with your kit. So you've got the 500 milligram THC freeze, the Soothe Cream, the bath soaks, the full spectrums, and the 250 milligram pet tincture. And here is our wonderful leaders, Meredith, our founder, and her husband, Sterling Cook, who is our CEO. Here's your why. This is what that page looks like, and really, really, really dive into it. It's going to change your life. Honestly, it is so important for you to really think about these things for yourself. If you're wondering how much money you make when you sell, this is the Independent Advocate Plan, and the marketing phase will show you that you get 20% of your retail commission up to $499. And then if you do $500 to $999, you get an additional 5%. And if you do over $1,000 worth of sales, you get another 5%. So a full 10. So really it becomes 30. And then on your preferred customers, same thing, except it goes 10, 5, 5. So it becomes 20 and retail is 30. And then if you continue to grow in your company, you can access a 10 and 20 more percent. All right, so we're not going to go through the compensation plan today, because there is a video for that in the back office, so make sure you watch it. There's 3 videos, I think, on compensation. But what I'd like for you guys to see here is the core success rhythm. So again, we talked about connect, offer, respond, and enroll. And connect is all about starting conversations, sharing your testimonials, sharing the testimonials of others, using social media to share your excitement, sharing our corporate videos, but connecting with 10 new people a week. It's really not hard to do if you think about it and you break it down to like maybe 2 people per day or 5 people every day. And then you have 100 people a week. So that's really, really important to connect. You have to reach out to people. People are not going to just reach out to you. It is very important for you to do the work. Offering using the tools that I showed you. Where did I put them? Like the Root magazine. Again, a great, great tool. All the videos that we have, one-on-one conversations that you can do with your upline or presidential founder, but offering the business and the products and helping people understand how to use them is so important. So the offer stage, again, is in your Core Success Guide. Responding, of course, is overcoming objections and working through the business, as well as enroll. Okay. So let's talk about responding, because I told you about offering. You can use tools, the Root magazine, 3-way calls. Now responding can be a little bit harder, right? So here's what the connect, by the way, the connect, before we go through here, hold on. Connect here shows you make an observation, find a commonality, ask questions, and then tips for connecting. Smile, practice open, friendly body language, intentionally notice surroundings, be present, put your phone down. All of these things that you can do. This is the connect, what we call a jogger, and it makes you help you realize how many people you can connect with. It's awesome. It's right there in your guide. And then we have all of the awesome lines here that you can fill of all the people that you can reach out to. And then here are the tools. We have live events. Right now they're virtual, one-on-one sit-downs with your upline, your enroller, social media, and of course, all of the tools. Okay, so respond. So what do you do after you offer all of this information to people? Well, you want to ask a lot of questions. You want to listen for ways that Green Compass can fit into their life, whether it's the products or the opportunity, and you need to respond to objections. And so a lot of people freak out about objections because they're like, I don't know what to say if they tell me no. What do I do now? Well, if you ask questions that are leading to create more questions and conversation, it's much better. So instead of saying, hey, did you read the Root magazine I gave you? No, we don't want to ask that. We can say, what surprised you most about what you read in the magazine? Because instead of saying, I didn't read it or I did, most likely people, if they did read it, are going to now engage in conversation. You know, I really love that story about the farmers, or I loved Barbara's story about how she does the business. So there's so many things that you can find out in the Root magazine to share and create conversations. But if they do give you an objection, like right here it says, don't panic. Don't get defensive and don't get discouraged, because guess what? If you're doing your job, you're going to be told no a lot. And no's are good because every no leads you to a yes. One thing that is really, really important, and I teach this in a lot of our trainings, is the feel, felt, found method. And what that means is when someone gives you an objection like, I don't see how I could have time for this business. You know, that's hard to hear because a lot of us are extremely busy. When I first started this business, I could not imagine how to fit another thing on my plate. I was a musician, I was a trainer, I was full-time in corporate, I was traveling, I'm in junior league and national charity league and lots of other nonprofits. And I also write music. So like, how am I going to fit that into all of the things that I do? I just didn't have time. But there were still little white spaces on my calendar. And so my response to that is, girl, I feel you, right? Here's the feel. I feel you. When I started this business, I was insanely busy. Like I really didn't even know how I could breathe. But I felt that if I better managed my time, I really could fit in like an hour or two during the day, sometimes splitting it up in increments. And then what I found was that I was actually getting really successful quickly because of those few hours that I was able to dedicate per week. And then as my clientele built up, I was able to prioritize my time and really showcase that CBD was going to be a bigger job than I thought it was. But I love people that are busy because they already know how precious their time is and how to fit in important stuff as well. So again, that's an example of feel, felt, found. I feel what you're saying. I felt that way too. And what I found is this. And it's just a really good way. Anybody in any conversation can use this. And I mean, it is really, really great for any conversations you have with your friends. Okay. Again, here you can see that there are all of these awesome responses. So I'd love to, I just don't have the time. I don't know enough people to be successful. Gosh, I love the products, but I don't have the money. And I just don't know enough people to be successful again. So those are just talk tracks that we have given you. So if you're not comfortable saying your own words, they're right here. If you have another objection you're not sure how to respond to, talk to your upline leader, your enroller, or a presidential founder, and we'll help you through it. All right, enrolling. Practicing the core rhythm and doing these activities is going to help you bring advocates on board. And so by you doing these methods and learning how to do them, then you can pass that on to the people as well. If you don't go through this process, you're not going to be able to successfully bring other people on. Does that make sense? Like you can't teach someone to give an oil change to their car unless you know how to do an oil change, right? You could probably walk them through it if you had a guide, but unless you've actually done it, it's not the same. And so we want to make sure that you've gone through the process, you've done the training, you've gone through the core guide, you've been through all these pages and like taken your time so that when you bring someone else onto your business, you're not throwing it onto someone else. You're doing the work, because it's so important, because as you teach someone else, your skills are impacted as well. They're broadened and they get stronger. Every time you do this and you enroll someone new and you go through the process with them, it makes you a stronger leader. It really, really does. So I really, really encourage you, if you haven't done this with your people, maybe your people have been in the business for 3-6 months and they haven't really plugged in, say, hey, let's get started again. I want to teach you what I learned in the core rhythm. Does that sound good? Okay. And then of course you want goals. So we want you to be able to track your success. So this is really important for you to have weekly goals or monthly goals. Now, I don't expect you to do $500 in sales the first week or the first month, but it's really, really important to get there. So if you write down a number, then you can hold yourself accountable. And it's a really good practice to at least talk to 10 people a week. That's 2 people a day if you're only working the business 5 days a week. And if you're only talking to 2 people, that should only take you, what, 20 minutes, give or take a conversation? So it's pretty easy. If you're talking to 2 people a day, 5 times a week, that's 10 customers a week, that's 40 customers a month. And then you can keep going, right? You see how this continues to mound and get bigger and bigger. It's like a snowball. And originally, you know, the snowball starts going and it starts picking up more snow and more snow. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're going to start finding that even the people that told you no are going to come back and tell you yes. Okay, let's get out of here. Stop share. All right. Let's talk about customers. So we have 2 types of customers that can buy from you. We have retail customers that just shop online and they pay full price and they check out and that's it, right? But then you can also become a preferred customer. A preferred customer costs nothing to sign up. And you get 20% off your orders every month. But what's even cooler about that is that on your 3rd month of your auto ship, if you have it consecutively, month 1 and month 2, by month 3, your shipping is free. And there's no minimums. You could literally buy 1 paint patch and that would be your minimum. And that's all you need to qualify to continue your free shipping. But it has to be consecutive. It can't be bi-monthly. You can't change or cancel the shipment. You can't edit it. I mean, you can edit the products, but you have to make sure that you have 1 shipment a month to be qualified for the free shipping. But you can be a preferred customer at any time. If you have any questions about what a preferred customer is and what a retail customer is, just keep in mind your upline should know this, but we do have it also in the core guide. It does explain it in, I think, like the 4th page. The other thing to keep in mind is that you do make more money on a retail customer. You make 30% maximum. You can start at 20 and you can continue to add on as you sell more products on your personal volume. This is not on your group volume, just your personal sales. If you do over $1,000 worth of sales in a month, then you get 30%. And then same with preferred customers, you get 20%. The reason there's a difference is because there's a 20% discount and therefore you don't get the full commission on the products. I always say, go big or go home. If anybody knows me, they know that this is my personality 100%. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. Make a big list. Write down every single person you could ever think of. Not even joking, you guys, and I know you're going to laugh at me. If you know who Rachel Hollis is, Rachel Hollis is a international award-winning best-selling author. She has her own line of fashion. She has she has live shows everywhere. I wrote her down as a potential customer. And she lives in Austin now. And I have sent her a couple emails. Now they haven't come back to me yet, but I wrote her down because can you imagine if she liked my product and told other people how that could explode for me? It's a lofty goal. She might not ever answer my emails, but one day she might. And so I say, go big or go home. Make a big list. Make a list of people you don't even know yet and get to know them. Find a way. Because Also, don't prejudge people. Even if you don't think they have the money or you don't think they're going to be interested, you will never know unless you ask. Because I have been dumbfounded and just blown away by the people that I thought there's no way that they're going to say yes to me. There's no way they're going to want CBD. They don't have the money, or they don't have the time for me, or whatever the reason might be. They don't even know me. And then I talk to them and boom, they're like, oh yeah, I've been following your posts for a long time, or I happen to know your sister from school, or like, you never know what could happen. So don't ever prejudge it, just go for it. And just like you would make friends in the real world, just become their friend. That's why we call ourselves advocates. We are advocates for this brand, but we're also advocates for being a friend. And so this is what's so great about this, is you're building relationships as time goes on. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with 4 things to do. 4 things. So again, pull out your core success guide. All right, we're going to do 4 things. Number 1, fill out your why. Do not tell me no. Do not hold this back. This is the most important thing for you to get started. Do your why. Then I want you to go to the back office or go on YouTube, where all of our videos are posted. And I want you to go through all the rhythm of the core: connect, offer, respond, and enroll. Learn those. Watch Sarah talk about them over and over and over. It's really going to help you. Again, we call it the core rhythm for a reason, because it does become a rhythm. And the more that you watch it and the more that you get absorb that information, the better that you're going to be. You don't need to be an expert in CBD. You don't even need to have an insane testimonial. It is all about sharing and caring. Make a big list. That's number 3. So number 1 is your why. Number 2 is watch the core videos. Number 3, make a big list. Just make a list. Do it. I'm telling you what. Lots of people tell me I'm not successful in this business, and I say, show me your list, and they don't have one. And then I say, we missed out. Let's make a list. And then number 4, start sharing. If you haven't already told your family, you need to. If you haven't posted on social media, you need to. If you haven't already texted your 5 best friends or your college roommates or the people on your street, if you're a total hermit, then maybe we should work on some of those things. But other than that, just get out and start telling people. Share, 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 share. All right. Well, that's pretty easy, right? It's a lot of information, possibly, but I'm telling you what, it's all right here. It's all here. Everything that we just talked about is in this book. Anyways, I just want to let you guys know what an incredible opportunity this is for you. If you're just getting started and you are ready to roll, we are ready for you to roll. We are ready for you to kill it, and we will support you every single day. We sing praises. We get to know each other. We are a family, and I just know that you're going to have the most amazing time with this company, because we are advocates for changing people's health and wealth. And if you're not quite there yet, if you're still wondering what the heck you just did, it's okay. We've got one-on-ones, we've got personalized training. If this isn't the way for you to learn, we'll figure out how to help you. But you have to ask. You have to reach out to one of us and let us know, hey, I just got started. I don't really know where to go. Where can I start? And we can help you. Again, my name is Marlies Ledbetter with Green Compass, presidential founder and strong, strong advocate for CBD. And I hope that you have all the successes in the world. And remember that you are why your success happens. Only you. All right. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.